Let's get it. I'm Carson.
I'm Lewis. And I'm Jonah.
And this is the last week of Central News Center. Finale.
Next we have a story from Anthony on Mystery of the USS Cyclops.
The USS Cyclops has been missing for 100 years and not a trace has ever been found. The ship was making a trip from Barbados to Baltimore and left on the 4th of March 1918 and was never seen again. Its last supposed sighting was off the coast of Virginia on the 9th by the molasses tanker Amalco, but was not confirmed. The route it would have taken from Barbados to Baltimore would have put it straight through the Bermuda Triangle. The triangle is synonymous for causing planes and ships to have navigational difficulties, rough seas, and causing many shipwrecks, deaths, and disappearances. These reports go all the way back to Christopher Columbus, when in 1492 said that there were strange lights and compass malfunctions while going through the triangle. Two of its three sister ships, the USS Proteus and the USS Nereus, also went missing in 1941, about a month apart from each other, and both in the Caribbean Sea.
Okay, thanks, Anthony.
Next up, we got Chris the Swish talking about the Timberwolves making the playoffs.
It was a winner go home between Denver and Minnesota on Wednesday. If the other team lost, they couldn't go to the playoffs, but the Timberwolves won 112-106, and the Nuggets season is over. Minnesota ended a streak of 13 consecutive seasons without making the playoffs, which was the longest active playoff drought. If they wouldn't have won this game, they would be close to beating the ever longest playoff drought in the history of the NBA. They play the first seed, the Rockets. Last Wednesday, they played them and they lost by 3 points, but they have another game coming up, so stay tuned for that.
Thank you, Swish, for that awesome story.
Next we have a clip from Renee talking about
Hi, today I'm asking Gabriel Randall a few questions about the State Leadership FBLA Conference. So, what kind of things do you do for FBLA?
For FBLA, mainly we do fundraisers around the community. Every once in a while we participate in state and national competitions with different events.
What activity did you take part in this year's conference?
Well, me and Brandon Schnack, we did a team event where we just make a video for both of these events. One of them was a public service announcement on cyberbullying and the other was a FBLA sponsorship video.
How did you prepare for your project?
We just kind of made the video and crossed our fingers.
How did it feel to place in the top 3 at the state level?
It felt really, really amazing. We were kind of just standing on stage, and after they said the 4th place team, Brandon looks back at me and he says, "Got this in the bag." And then they call 3rd place, they call 2nd place, and then we're the last ones up, they call 1st place. Boom, we win state.
What kind of things has FBLA taught you as an individual?
It taught me how to work better with a team. Usually I just like to work alone, and working with Brandon kind of showed me that there are some things I can't really do on my own and some things that you really need a team for.
Alright, well that's all I have for you today. Thank you, Gabe.
FBLA State Placers.
Ooh, we got Dr. Suso.
Thanks, Renee.
Alright, next up we got Taylor talking about Night Idol and Grand Cities Idol. Check it out.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today we will be talking about Night Idol and Grand Cities Idol. And today I'm joined by a very special guest, Grace Carl. Grace Carl is a freshman here at Central.
Hello, my name is Greg.
And so pretty much we'll just be telling you a little bit about what Night Idol is, what Grand City Idol is, and then talk a bit about who was in it, what the results are from Night Idol, and pretty much go from there. First, we're going to tell you a little bit about what Night Idol is.
Night Idol is a singing music competition where people compete against each other and we get the top results and they go forward.
And they go forward into the Grand Cities Idol. And so if you have ever seen American Idol, it's pretty much that except for the schools of Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. So, To tell you the difference about Night Idol and Grand Cities Idol, Night Idol is pretty much the competition that relates only to those singular schools. So here it is Night Idol. At Red River, it's Writer Idol.
So pretty much fellow Central students like Maddie Myrold, Adam Mastel, Sophie Welsh, and Zoe Johnson competed to make the top 5.
The top 5 from Night Idol will go on to Grand Cities Idol. And here are the Night Idol results. In 5th place, we have Kenzie Kelly, Bailey Jagger, and Alexis Rail singing Piece by Piece by Kelly Clarkson.
In 4th place, we have Sydney Perper and Olivia Kuchera singing Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
In 3rd place, we have Anthony Schreier, who sang Nice and Easy by Frank Sinatra.
In 2nd place, we have Casey Hennessy singing Get Here by Oleta Adams, accompanied by Jack Bowman.
And your Night Idol performance of 2018 is Sophie Welsh and Zoe Johnson singing People Help the People by Birdie. Make sure if you see any Night Idol contestants that you congratulate them for their hard work.
If you would like to go see Grand Cities Idol, it will be held on April 24th at 7 p.m. in the Grand Forks Central Auditorium.
Admission is $10 and we hope to see you there. Thank you Grace for joining me, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Find a key. Thank you, Taylor.
Next, we have a story from Richard King on the difference between state schools.
Hello, I'm Ricky, and I recently moved here in June. I've noticed a lot of differences between my old school and Central, and I want to see if other people have too.
How many different schools have you been to in the last 5 years?
2.
4.
In the last 5 years, I'd have to say upwards of 5.
How is Central different than your old school?
We had a class of 16 kids, and then it was hard to get new kids to come in until we had to leave.
Central is a lot smaller.
Central's the same size, but it feels bigger. All the classes are bigger, the teachers are not bigger, the teachers are different here, and yeah.
Are your breaks of the spring break longer or shorter than your old ones?
Shorter.
Thanks, Richard.
What's up, Liam? You got a story for us? Here next from Liam.
So what's your name?
I'm Adam Swartz.
I'm Mike Erickson.
My name is Jake Hansen.
What events do you play?
I do shot put and discus for Central Track.
I am in the 400, the 200, 100, and high jump.
I run the mile, the 2 mile, the 4x4, and the 4x8, and sometimes the 4x2.
How long are your practices?
Our practices are from 3:45 to 5:30.
What do you do during practice?
Alright, so we start off with warm-ups. Gotta get your stretches in. And then depending on the day, we do sprints and exercises with med balls, throwing them at walls. After that, we go to our different events, the shot put, discus, and javelin, and we just do the drills for that. So shot put, you just throw a bunch of shot puts at the gym walls, and then discus, you just spin in circles like ballerinas for an hour.
It varies depending on the day. So usually, since I'm more of a distance runner, I'll run 4 to 8 miles depending on which day.
How does the practice affect your schoolwork?
We miss some days because of track meets, but it's just like any other sport. You can make it up, and our coach is really good about that. He tells us to get our work done before we go to practice, so we don't start until 3:30 anyway. So if you need to, you can go in with the teacher, take a test.
When is your next meet?
Our next meet is Friday this week. It's in Fargo Davies. It's all relays.
Will you do track next year?
Yeah, I'll do track next year.
I think I will do track.
Well, thank you, Liam, for that awesome story. Tell your mom I said hi.
Alright, next up we got Tanner covering the devastating Humboldt hockey crash.
On April 6, 2018, the Humboldt Broncos, who are a Canadian junior hockey team, were on their way to a playoff game in Saskatchewan. They were traveling in a coach bus that collided with the tractor trailer. Of the 29 people on the bus, 16 people died. 10 players, 2 coaches, the driver, the bookkeeper, the play-by-play announcer, and the athletic therapist. Humboldt, a city with a population of 6,000, quickly came together to provide support for their loved ones. Residents wore jerseys, team colors, and many gathered at the Broncos home arena to pay their respects and comfort each other. One resident tweeted a picture of a hockey stick left on his porch and captioned, "Leaving it out on the porch tonight. The boys might need it wherever they are." This tweet went viral, and many all around the world left a hockey stick on their porch to honor the victims.
Thanks, Tanner, and that does it for today. We'll see you next time next year on Central News Center.